So you said you moved your junior year. So what was your first 2 years, freshman, sophomore year, like in Florida then?
Man, it was crazy. I was still, I was one of those guys that I always believe speak those things as though they were, like speaking into existence. So I was like, man, for 8th grade, everybody would make fun of me. I was like, man, I'm playing varsity my freshman year. I'm playing varsity my freshman year. I'll just go around and keep saying that.
Right.
Now, did I actually believe it was going to happen? I don't know. I was just thinking like, man, I had a skill.
Put the words out there at least.
Yeah. And then I ended up playing right away. My freshman year, I was playing corner. Got on the field for varsity. And there was a guy named Jamil Cornelius who was like a top receiver at the time. He ended up going to Florida. He was playing at Fort Meade High School, which was another neighboring rival school. And he beat me on the first play. Hitch and go. I went down on that hitch because we were playing cover 3.
Yeah.
I went down for that hitch. I was going to make a play. And he was gone.
Go.
Bit the cheese, boy.
Yeah, quick.
Damn.
But from that, you just gotta have that short-term memory. And I was going back. They didn't take me out. They didn't pull me. So
I was gonna
go find a way to make a play and make a mark. And then we got our running backs at the time. I was probably third string running back at the time. Both of our running backs got in trouble maybe midway through the season. And then I ended up starting my freshman year midway through and all the way and then finished up. But I was doing my thing when I got a chance.
Was it hard for you to leave? Like, was it thing like snap? Like, I'm you what? I'm assuming 13 years old. You starting, you know, and now snap, we got to move to Texas.
Well, my older brother had moved to Texas before I went there.
Okay.
So he stayed with a family friend of ours. And so he had the lay of the land, knew the school, knew some of the people there. We had friends there.
Oh.
And so he kind of led the way. And I was excited to go to at least put myself in a position to go to college.
Okay.
Because no one was really going to college from where my little school that I was in.
Yeah. Okay.
At the time. So
that makes sense.
It just gave me an opportunity to do that. So I was excited about it. Now my school at the time, they weren't thrilled about me leaving me.
Oh,
leaving the school.
Oh, no.
So I remember telling my friend, I was like, man, I'm about to leave. And I wasn't going to tell anybody, the coaches or anything.
Everybody knew.
And then everybody found out. So I'm in there, trying to lie to say, man, I don't know. It's up in the air. We haven't decided yet. Knowing I was going to be gone.
That's crazy.
I was like Magic Johnson. I ain't going to be here.
So was it a big difference from the teams? It's like as far as like the success that y'all was having on the field when you went to Texas?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't winning much games in Florida at my school. But this team in Texas have state championships.
Oh, shit.
But it was a private school league, but still state championships there. And then when I got there, I would end up winning 2 state championships. My last 2 years.
Getting fucking busy out there, boy.
5,000 yards.
5,000?
2 years?
Yeah.
2
years. I wasn't even the best player on my team.
And that's y'all right there?
That's us
with
right
the with the gold?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, wait a minute, Doc. This is a highlight tape.
2021. Right, 21. That's just...
So that was just the jersey at the time. That was my junior year that was available. I was a number 2 guy. Like, 2 was my number.
Yeah.
So it wasn't available at the time. So the next year I would get it. But that was just something, Deion Sanders.
Hey.
That made it popular.
Right.
Boy, it's looking...
Chocolate. Damn, that nigga dark. Good Florida.
The young Justin.
Yeah, that's crispy.
And he went from Florida to Texas, so it didn't...
Waves popping though. I see the waves, man.
But this year, my number 1... So the best player on that team, statistically, was Lance Leggett, who was a receiver at the time.
Yeah.
He was...
I know you and Lance went to high school together.
Yeah, 6'3", 4'3".
Y'all was cold. Y'all were killing people.
Oh, yeah.
No,
the quarterback was ranked number 15th in the country at the time.
They were murking people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know Lance went too. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody can run with him. He was too fast.
No way. They couldn't run with him.
Oh, shit.
Goodness gracious. Come on, now.
And then you come out of the backfield, shit. High school, that's all you...
Crazy.
If you got a quarterback and get you ball to a receiver like that and a running back like him,
bro, it's over.
As a quarterback, my numbers are going to be great.
Say he had, what, 63 touchdowns in 2 years?
Yep.
63 touchdowns.
They say they called him the truth.
Lance right there.
That's true. Yeah, that's Lance. Yeah, man. I mean, we moved together from Florida. So we grew up together in Florida.
Oh, okay.
And we moved out there. So we was living together those first 2 years. In Texas, he would go on to get a scholarship to Miami.
Yeah.
And my quarterback went to Purdue. So yeah, we had a little squad. We broke some records.
Beating the ass out there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, no little squad. Y'all had a squad.
Yeah.
I mean, 5,000 yards in 2 years is You putting in high school, you put in work.
Oh, for sure.
You putting in work.
For sure. In 2 years?
In 2 years.
Come on now.
Colleges would come in and say, man, Justin, you're not big enough. You know,
they hit you with the height shit.
Not the height shit.
Not big enough, not strong enough, not fast enough. I wasn't a blazer, but I was always shifty, quick, and I can get to where I need to get to.
Is we watching the tape?
Right. What are we looking at on film?
That's the high school tape. I seen that. That couldn't have been what they was looking at, bro. Because ain't no way I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, yeah, I could pass on this kid.
What?
All of them did, man. I mean, thankfully my high school coach was an NFL player. He was a tight end for the Oilers back in the day with Earl Campbell. So he had a lot of connections with colleges and stuff. So, and then having Lance and our quarterback David at the time of high school, everybody wanted to come at least to see them. They wanted them. They were highly heralded, sought after guys. But when I would go to camps, I remember going to the Florida State and Florida camp. I go to the Florida camp and I perform well with the opportunities that I give me. But you gotta do something really special at them camps,
right?
To really show you. When they go out there for running backs, we doing one-on-ones. I mean, if they give me a check through route or a check slow or somewhere where I'm just I don't get an option, right. I don't get a goal, I can't do none of the routes that can really show my skill set. It's really tough. And I remember throughout the day, because normally during those junior day camps, you would go on the field and then there'll be time like in meeting rooms later, maybe that night.
Yeah.
And I remember Coach Loxley, I think that's his name, who's now the coach for Maryland. He was a running back coach. And I remember he was just like talking. He was like, man, I don't want to hear nothing about no small town, small school, private school running back that's breaking records and running for all these yards because it don't translate.
Yeah.
Right. And I remember taking that and getting that hearing that in my mind. It was like, man, I got to go show this guy and I got to show everybody else that they wrong about me.
Yeah.
And that was my junior year. And then when I went to the Florida State camp, I was a Florida State fan. My mom went to Florida State. And Bobby Bowden, head coach there. Uh-huh. I went to that camp, did well, and midway through they would break up the camp from the smaller kids, like freshmen, middle school kids will go to a field, and then like the upperclassmen will go to another field, and they would like compete, do 7-on-7 and whatnot, and one-on-ones. They moved me to the middle school field at my junior camp. And I was just like, I stopped being a Florida State fan that day.
That'll do it.
That's disrespectful, bro.
And then I just always had that chip on my shoulder. It's like, man, I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Mm-hmm. Everybody that has something negative to say, it made them eat their words. And thankfully, I got an opportunity to do that down the road.
That's what's up. While you was in high school, I know you did other sports too.
Yeah.
Obviously, you ran track.
Yep.
Played basketball. So the track question I got for you, speed-wise, I know you said, when it comes to football, the athletes in Florida, it's more, I guess, organized, whatever you like to call it. Structured in Texas.
Sure.
Speed-wise, when it comes to track, Texas or Florida?
Ooh. Right now or back then? Because right now we see in Texas doing some stuff.
Texas, man.
As somebody that coaches a track club, me and my wife, we coach a track club.
Okay.
I mean, the speed out there is ridiculous. There's a 7th grader right now. There's a receiver, Dominique Edison, who was a teammate of mine in Seattle. I think he played here in Nashville too, in Tennessee. And he's got a son in 7th grade running a 10-7.
Adrian Peterson's son in Texas.
Adrian Peterson runs.
His son down there in Texas.
He in Texas too. 200. He runs a
10-7.
22, 23?
I think it's ridiculous, like, for kids to be moving like that at that age.
But like back then, Florida?
I would see, there was a lot of Florida guys and we didn't have all the Instagram and YouTube to see everybody.
Yeah.
We had Xavier Carter back in the day that was super fast. I'm trying to think of who was from Louisiana. He ended up going to play LSU, receiver at LSU.
Talking about Trendon Holiday?
Trendon Holiday was another guy that was super fast.
Yeah, Trendon fucking...
He was a monster.
Lightning bolt out that bitch, boy.
Yeah, he was super
Shit.
I played with him in Houston, just lightning in the bottle.
Yeah.
But we had a ton of guys in Florida at the time that was fast. So I would say back in my day, probably Florida had for boys and girls.
Yeah.
But it's speed everywhere, but you're talking about just like
Those like the Meccas though. I just feel like you always hear like it's always Texas, Florida. You know who got the fastest cats out.
I'm sure Lance ran with y'all.
Lance was. I mean, he was the high hurdle. Like he was about the fastest time. Probably the second, number 1 or 2 in the high hurdles. There was also what's my guy name? Ted Ginn, who was also in there too. That was super fast and played football at the same time. So
y'all's relay team was like that.
Oh yeah, we saw a relay team. Now again, there was a big when you got somebody that's like generational speed, like with the Lance, who was again that's every bit of 6'3" and running like he's running. That can make up for what if you don't have all 4.
It don't matter.
Get it to him
on the back end.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't drop the baton before it gets to it.
Where was you at? Were you in the curve? Or you straight away?
I'm in first leg. So
first leg,
straight out the block.
Yeah, I was the Christian Coleman.
Okay,
of my team.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So the start was my thing.
Okay.
Now after that, anything after 50 yards, that governor come on. Damn. If you go to any of my highlights, you'll be able to see. I'm gonna get out now. 40, 50 yards, I got you. I'm gonna get you where you need to be. When you hit 60, 70 now, somebody come help me. Receivers better be blocking downfield if you want this to go to the house.
He said the stride can't open up no more.
No, that's it. That's why
it's all you got.
He said deceleration starts immediately.
Yeah, exactly. Because even when you think about when we do conditioning tests, and I'm sure y'all did like 110s back in college.
Get out. Damn, that was milkshake.
That was a milkshake. He trying to get out of there, bro.
But this one, in my defense, this is a high ankle sprain right here. I'm running on a high ankle sprain.
Okay. It better be a damn high ankle sprain.
It ain't a low one. It's the high one.
You got a flat tire.
Yeah. So,
oh, shit, man.